When you talk about Netflix's Kingdom, it's easy to see why the comparison to Game of Thrones comes up. Both shows transport their audience to beautifully realized worlds, steeped in political intrigue and power struggles. But that's where I'd say the bulk of the similarities end. Let's break down some key differences. Setting and genre fusion. Kingdom is set in Korea's Joseon period and marries political drama with zombie horror. You're getting an atmospheric historical setting, which serves as the backdrop for a rather unique take on the undead genre. Here we see a crown prince caught up in a deadly conspiracy whilst battling a mysterious plague that could decimate the entire kingdom. Scale and scope. Game of Thrones covers a vast world with a massive ensemble cast and multiple sprawling storylines. Kingdom, while rich in detail, tells a more contained story. It centers more closely on its primary characters and doesn't bounce you around between locations quite as much. There's less globetrotting and more focused storytelling in the cramped alleys and misty landscapes that the show renders so beautifully. Style and substance. While both shows deal with the complexities of leadership and the burden of power, Kingdom feels a lot more like a survival thriller with elements of social commentary, particularly in dealing with class struggles during a crisis. Game of Thrones, on the other hand, sometimes felt like a high fantasy take on a Shakespearean drama with dragons and ice zombies thrown in. Cultural texture. The Joseon period provides a rich tapestry that's markedly different from the European medieval fantasy of Game of Thrones. From the costume design to the customs, there's a wholly different cultural feel in Kingdom that gives it a fresh perspective, especially for Western audiences. So while Kingdom does share some DNA with Game of Thrones, in that they're both high production value period pieces with a penchant for the political, they're really different beasts. Kingdom stands on its own with its horror twist and Korean historical influences. And just for a personal touch, watching Kingdom here from Portland, Oregon, makes for a perfect rainy weekend binge that doesn't remind me too much of Westeros, but definitely gives me that gripping serialized storytelling fix. Plus, Portland's gloomy backdrop adds an extra layer of ambiance that's just right for a horror-centric period drama. Just be sure to grab a warm cup of tea, because it gets chilling in more ways than one.